Assalamu alaikum, my dear boys. Hello, grade 4A, 4B, and 4C. This is the last day of the week. I am Mr. Mahmoud Abu Samra, welcoming you and greeting you from all my heart. Our story today, you know, is Lost City. Yes, this is page 213. These are the items I ask you about always. But now let's go to the next slide. Now, this is a previous question which I gave you in your previous homework. This question was, how is Bingham's fear different from the other two men? Here I want you to compare and contrast between these men. Bingham's fear and the other men's fear. Yes, the other men, you know, Artiaga and Carrasco. Yes, Artiaga was thinking of what? Snakes in this jungle. And Carrasco was thinking of his pain in his feet. You know, why was he? Yes, his feet were hurting him. Why? Do you know? Do you remember? Yes, excellent boys. Because he took off his shoes. And yes, this is the cause. But Bingham was thinking of what? This is the hero of the story. He was thinking about the slippery bridge. Now he was crossing. It was dangerous bridge. Yeah, thank you so much. This is the answer. You can write this from the slides. Then let's go now to page 213. Yes, this is our new page. I want you now to open your reader books. Yes, page 213. As you see now, this is our page. Thank you. Follow.
Sergeant Carrasco thought about his good, sturdy shoes. Bingham thought of nothing but the lost city. They cut their way through tangled thickets. Up and up they climbed. Had an hour passed? 2? 3? Now they crept on all fours. They slipped and slid. In some places they held on by their fingertips. Finally, thirsty and exhausted, they broke through the jungle into sunlight. Above them stood a little Quechua boy beside a stone hut. What could he be doing at the top of this mountain?
As you listened and watched now, my dear boys, this is the slide in front of you on page 213. We have here the three characters, the three people, the team now were, yes, Carrasco, Sergeant Carrasco. Do you remember what is his job, this man? Yes, very good. He is the guide. Yes, the guide of the team, the guide of Bingham. Thought about his good sturdy shoes because he took off his shoes. His shoes were sturdy. Sturdy means what? Very good, boys. Strong leather, kind of strong leather shoes. Bingham thought of something else. He was thinking of, but the lost city. He was excited because this is his target. He was searching for the lost city. This is the title of our story, my dear boys. This is the team, cut their way. They moved through the jungle. The jungle had tangled thickets. Tangled means twisted, a lot of trees twisted together. You can't see anything from a far distance. Thickets, along a lot of trees, a lot of plants. Up and up they climbed. The team climbed up, 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 up. This means that it's very high. Had an hour passed. Did they spend an hour? Maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe more. They didn't say. Now they crept. Crept means they moved on their end of their feet. They moved slowly and softly on all fours. Yes, they slipped and slid. Sometimes they slipped, sometimes they slid because dangerous jungle. In some places they held on by their fingertips. Sometimes they held the trees, they held the rocks by using their fingertips. Now, let's go now to the last paragraph of this page. Finally, how did they feel now? This is our answer. Now, thirsty and exhausted. They are thirsty and exhausted. The team were thirsty. Do you know why? Yeah, because they spent a lot of time. It's very hot there in the jungle and exhausted. Why? Because they walked for a long time. They climbed up and down. They broke through this means that they passed the jungle for a long time, jungle into sunlight. Now it become clear now. It's sunny. Above them stood a little Kacha boy. Kacha, it's a kind of boy. Yeah, this is the local boy, the local people in this area, the Indian Americans in this area were called Kacha boy beside a stone hut. Do you know the hut, my dear boys? Yes, this hut means a little, small, poor kind of house, which is built on mountains like this of stones. What could he, who's he now? What does he refer to? Very good, boys. It refers to this boy going at the top of this mountain. Now, let's go now to there is something here on the right. I want you to compare and contrast something in this page. What is the difference between Carrasco and Bingham's thoughts? I want you to think now. What was each man thinking of? Very good, boys. I want you to think. Now, let's go to the next slide now. You have here some vocab. Yes, the vocab is, yes, on the left, and the meaning or the synonyms are on the right. Sturdy means a strong leather. Tangled means twisted together. Thickets means a lot of trees together. Crept means moved slowly and softly. Fingerprints or fingertips means finger ends. Breakthrough means pass or move. Kacha boy is a local boy, Indian American. Hut means a small, poor home built on top of mountains. It's built of rocks like this. Exhausted means very tired. Now, my dear boys, you have now read and followed me in this slide. Let's go now to the last slide. Yes, this is some, yes, you can see now some questions now. Yes, I want you now to, yes, to look at these questions now. Yes. Some questions with model answers, yes. The first question, what is the difference between the weather in the jungle and outside the jungle? Very good, boys. In the jungle, it's so hot because it's very dense and shady. But outside the jungle, it's so sunny. This is the difference between the weather here and there. Now, let's go to the next question. How did the team feel after passing the jungle? Why? After passing the jungle, they spent a lot of time. How did they feel, my dear boys? Yeah, they were thirsty and exhausted. Why? This was because the jungle was dense and very big. Now, let's go to the next question. Where was the Quechua boy? Where was he? Where was he standing? Do you remember? Yes, this is the answer. He was standing beside a stone hut on top of the mountain. Let's go to question number 4. What's a hut? Yes, a very good question. It's a little poor house built of stones. You can add this answer, no problem. Now, here is my last thing. This is a very good thing for you. Wait for my piece of chocolate on the groups now as your homework. See you, inshallah. Have a nice time. Goodbye. Have a nice weekend. Stay home. Protect yourselves and your family members. Bye-bye.